22nd City Council meeting. Moving into our order of business. We have no ordinances on final reading this afternoon. Ordinances under first reading. Madam Clerk, 8A, please.
An ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code Part 2, Chapter 4, which chapter is known as the Chattanooga Air Pollution Control Ordinance, by removing affirmative defense provisions, providing for incorporation by reference of the most current of various federal regulations, and providing for certain housekeeping provisions.
Councilman Ledford.
Move to approve, Mr. Chair.
We have a motion on the floor to approve with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. All right, 8B, please.
An ordinance closing and abandoning a sanitary sewer and easement in the 100 block of North Lyerly Street beginning at MH number S146K024, thence northwest some 504 feet to a point of 10 feet before MH number S146K033, tax map number 146KL048, as detailed on the attached map, subject to certain conditions.
What's the pleasure of the council? Oh, Councilwoman, your light's still not working. Councilwoman Coonrod?
Steady.
Okay. All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Any opposed, no. So moved. Moving now into resolutions. Madam Clerk, with no objection, let's take 9A through D, please.
Item A, a resolution confirming the reappointment of Jim Floyd to the Industrial Development Board for District 3 for a term beginning October 23, 2024 and ending October 22nd, 2030. Item B, a resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Economic Development to apply for and, if awarded, accept Continuum of Care COC funds from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, to be used for permanent supportive housing and supportive services to chronically homeless residents for an amount not to exceed $444,466. Item C, a resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Economic Development to apply for and, if awarded, accept Continuum of Care COC funds from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, to be used for rapid rehousing and supported services to homeless residents for an amount not to exceed $374,752. Item D, a resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Economic Development to apply for and, if awarded, accept Continuum of Care COC funds from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, to be used for rapid rehousing and supportive services to homeless youth and families for an amount not to exceed $763,732.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Move approval.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve items 9A through D with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Ayes have it. Mr. Floyd in the audience by any chance?
No.
Okay. Huh?
He's a good guy.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your service to our city. Moving now to 9E, Madam Clerk.
A resolution to change the Coolidge Park Carousel building name located at 150 River Street to the Ellis Carousel in honor of Bud and Johnny Ellis for their contributions to the construction, restoration, and implementation of Coolidge Park Carousel, a Chattanooga fixture.
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve item 9E with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. 9F, please.
A resolution to amend resolution number 32207 to state that River City Company will be the company that provides the service for the evolving our riverfront parks framework to design a development management agreement between the River City Company, the City of Chattanooga, and Hamilton County, Tennessee for the cost of $1.2 million.
Councilwoman Dolly, followed by Councilman Hester.
Yes, there was a request made from administration to defer this for 1 week, so I moved to defer.
Okay, that would be until October the 29th.
Yes.
Okay, Councilman Hester?
I just second that.
All right. Have a motion on the floor to defer this item until October the 29th with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Any opposed, no. So moved. Now, Madam Clerk, with no objections, let's take, tell you what, we better take 9G since it's a special exceptions permit by itself.
A resolution approving a new special exceptions permit for an existing liquor store located at 5940 Highway 58.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve with a proper second. Questions or comments before we vote? All in favor, aye. Any opposed is no. I vote no. Now, with no objections, let's take 9H and I together as a package.
Item H, a resolution authorizing the amendment of resolution number 31533 to increase the planning next funds by $328,435 to add additional funds to the Plan Chattanooga project to develop a regional long-term vision for transit. Item I, a resolution authorizing the mayor to apply for on behalf of the Chattanooga Police Department, and if awarded, accept a Tennessee Highway Safety Office, CHSO, Enforcement of Tennessee Driving Under the Influence Laws Grant to be used for community traffic safety enforcement and education, which will include overtime, supplies, training, travel, and equipment for a period beginning October 1, 2024 through September 30, 2025, in the amount of $320,000.
What's the pleasure of council? Move approval. All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve items 9H and I with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Moving now to purchases. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, it's not quite evening yet.
Today we have 8 purchases recommended for your approval. The first one is Street Maintenance Division, Public Works. This is a one-time purchase of a Power Max Prime mower for right-of-way mowing maintenance with At Max Equipment Company in the amount of $246,651.47. This purchase will be utilizing the buy board contract number 706-23. The second is for Fleet Maintenance Division of Public Works. This is year 3 of 4 renewal. A 5.3 increase was submitted from on-duty depot at the time of the renewal due to an increase in production of lighting systems. The Fleet Management Division has approved the price increase. The new annual spend for year 3 is $63,500. Number 3 is for Fleet Management Division of Public Works. This is a one-time purchase of one Old Dominion Brush Extreme Vac DCL 800 SM20HL with CMI equipment sales in the amount of $144,905 for the Street Maintenance Division. This purchase will be utilizing the Sourcewell contract number 031121-ODB. Number 4 is for Technology Service. This is a new blanket for technology services, products and services. This shall be a 4-year agreement not to exceed $5.5 million per year. The award will go to CDW Government and Corp. using Sourcewell number 121923-CDW. Okay, number 5 is Technology Services. This is a new blanket contract for ARCA GIS Small Business Subscription, Drone to Map, Business Analyst, and Advantage Program. This will be a 4-year agreement not to exceed $285,590. The award will go to Environmental Systems Research Institute as a sole source for this agreement. Number 6, Forestry Division of Public Works. There are 3 new blanket contracts for tree planting and young tree care services. This will be a 4-year agreement not to exceed $95,000 per year, and the award will go to City Green Services, Hardin Valley Lawn and Landscape, Scenic City Arbitrist as the best bid for the city of Chattanooga. Number 7, the Department of Parks and Outdoors Recreation Division. This is one-time purchase in the amount of $96,480 for consulting services for citywide recreation program plan with Pros Consulting for use by the Department of Parks and Outdoors Recreation Division. Number 8, wastewater. The Department of Wastewater is requesting an increase of $50,000 to be added to the blanket agreement with Gexpro due to unexpected frequency of repairs and replacements for MSA meters and sensors, with a new annual spend of $260,000.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve tonight's purchase request with a proper second. Questions or comments? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving now to committee reports. Councilman Smith.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Councilman Ledford.
No report.
Councilman Hester.
No report.
Councilwoman Burrs.
No report.
Councilwoman Coonrod.
No report.
Councilwoman Knoll.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Councilwoman Dotley, anything to report?
Yes, we had a very recent meeting today about public safety regarding the ballot initiative
that we should be seeing on our agenda on November the 5th, and as well as to discuss the I-24 traffic issue. We're hoping to have some action regarding that as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for hosting that.
Yes, thank you.
All right. That brings us to other business. Mr. Attorney?
Yes, sir. Would like to announce that there has been a certificate of compliance, a background investigation under our zoning ordinance for a place called Nana 826 LLC, DBA Harrison Wine and Spirits. It's a liquor store that will be located at 5940 Highway 58, Suite 1, Harrison, Tennessee. This is an existing operation in effect there at that location. Just a change in one of the principal owners in that location. And it meets all the requirements for the city code.
And you have the signatures you need?
Yes, sir. Have 5 signatures.
Thank you. We come to the time in our agenda now that we recognize persons wishing to address the council this evening. If you would like to address the council, we'd ask that you come to the podium at this time, and I'll have the attorney read the rules to address the council.
Yes, sir. And at the end of each council business meeting, the chair will recognize members of the public who wish to address the council. And here's your rules. Each speaker wishing to address the council can only be recognized up front at the microphone provided for that purpose. Can't have more than 3 minutes to speak. And you can address the council only upon matters within their legislative and quasi-judicial authority, and not upon matters which are not under their authority or regulated by other governmental bodies or agencies. The speaker cannot be permitted to use any vulgar or obscene language, nor use the floor to personally attack or personally denigrate others, and address the comments to the council as a whole and not towards individual council members. And lastly, do not engage in disorderly conduct or disrupting a public meeting, which is prohibited by Tennessee law. And someone commits that offense if a person substantially obstructs or interferes with the meeting by physical action or verbal utterance with the intent to prevent or disrupt the lawful meeting or gathering. Having given you those rules, go ahead, Mr. Bell.
All right, thank you, Mr. Attorney, and thank you, Council. It's been a while. It's difficult for me to start when there's so much that hasn't been accomplished. In the last 43 plus years that I've been running back and forth to my hometown trying to bring them up to date, I keep getting attacked here. It's a violence that's going to be addressed in the worst way, and this is not a threat. I'm a citizen here first and foremost. This book that dates back to 2017 appears in your state capitol. It's a book about your Tennessee Supreme Court justices. I filed a case here and I repeat it. It sounds like a song. On September the 17th of 2017, against your racist white supremacy here in my own hometown. A whole lot of you got involved, a whole lot of you are still involved, but with the time remaining, I'm announcing here in front of you tonight that Celeste Murphy is still the police chief. Celeste Murphy is still Chattanooga City Police Chief. Every court has explained to me that docket number 19C 1049, docket number 19C 1113 is a civil court docket number. And everything that happened up under that docket number is a civil court case, not a criminal case. Not from your former city attorney, Emily O'Donnell, to who you keep announcing as your former police chief. She's still the police chief. I'm gonna prove it to you. September the 19th, that day was passed. November the 6th, her next appointed court date, that's gonna be passed too. It says here, any citizen, any civil action may be commenced by a resident of the state of Tennessee, without giving security as required by law for cost and without the payment of litigation. The question in the last few seconds, can you proceed pro se in the state of Tennessee? Absolutely. You and your courts and your police department have denied me of that right. And I'm going to respond to you, $211,034 million worth. Can't get to it all because I don't get an extended period of time to teach you what you should already know. But you better not bring any more police officers, I don't care what division it is, to my presence ever again, and I mean that. You'll be looking like Asheville, North Carolina, and all those other 5-point Confederate states. $211,034 million for your fraud.
Bell, your time has expired, sir. Anyone else that'd like to address the council this afternoon? Council, I am not seeing anyone that would like to address the council. What's your pleasure? So moved, we're adjourned.